I think it was yesterday. I was looking at this commercial, right? And it had Joey Badass in it. You know what I'm saying? Him, playing in Power. And I'm making a point here, and it dawned on me. Here it is. I seen this kid. 16 years old. Come up. Him as well as Capital Steez, may he rest in peace, established this. Well, I'm gonna say Capital Steez and him because Capital Steez came up with it. The whole group, and they established Pro Era, right? It was this conscious, positive rap group. You understand? And as time progressed, Capital Steez committed suicide, and then it was just Joey Badass that was pretty much like the guy that made it out of the rap group. And now you see him now starring in Power, playing this drug dealer. And everybody is like, going insane because they're saying that he's doing a wonderful job playing a drug dealer role. And then, like, not too long ago, I seen 50 Cent's next new project, which is BMF, Black Mafia Family. I think that's what it's called. And this is this drug dealers organization that was basically established in Atlanta, and they was just pretty much running Atlanta and doing what regular drug dealers do: spend money, sell drugs, all types of negativity, right? And I asked this question. You understand? I asked it to myself as well as others. Who are black people? Who are the blacks? Who are the black people? You understand? Because it seems as though that we accept the narrative or the stories that have been told from the past and the present. We accept the negativity and wear it as if it's a badge of honor. You understand? Like the BMF joint, Power, what's that, Empire, all of these different negative shows and movies that's out. We go see, we support that. We have no problem with them continually teaching our children in high school, in middle school, and in elementary that black people weren't nothing but slaves. We have no problem with that. None. None whatsoever. Matter of fact, we have no problem with people having this negative stereotype on us at all. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why black people, okay, all races are negative. All races can be negative. You have negativity in every race. Ain't no race on this planet perfect. None. You understand? None whatsoever. But at the same time, it seems as though that black people don't have a problem with accepting everybody else defining who black people are. And they wear that shit with a badge of honor. Because 9 times out of 10, when other races outside of the black race talk about black people, they're always talking about black people in a negative way. I just don't understand it. But when I say, shit like, I don't want to be black anymore and I'm embarrassed to be black, then I get bashed. I get hit over the head, you know what I'm saying? With people, bombarding me in the comment section of videos that I do, such as this one, and just on my channel, period. Oh, you a sellout, you a this, you a that. It's embarrassing though. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that we're not accredited for anything positive. Even though in the past, present, and in the future, we will do positive things. We have done positive things. Things that people have stolen and taken credit for it because of the fact that black people don't want to stand up for anything. Let me tell you something. If I create something, if I innovate something, regardless of what it is, some people may sit back and say, well, why are you copywriting a dance? I don't give a fuck what it is. As long if I did it, I'm going to get the credit for it. Hands down, that's it. But let me tell you something. In the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, hip-hop will not be, the narrative, the story won't be that, you know what, it started out in the Bronx and it was, by minorities. It was created by the minorities, and they're not going to roll with that. They're not going to have it. They already got their hip-hop savior called Eminem. Period. And I wanted to do, this is a side note, I wanted to do a video for those that want me to do it. Lay it in the comment section, I'll do it. You know, whether you want me to do it or not. I wanted to do a video so bad. Speaking of Eminem, you know, you got this whole, you know, rumors and stuff spreading around. It's going to be an Eminem versus Busta Rhymes battle. Like as if Eminem can compare to Busta Rhymes. First and foremost, let me explain something to you white rappers. I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just being real. Come up with one hit. One hit. Something that can be played in the radio. And I'm talking about it could be played in the radio across the board, meaning that it could be played on black radio stations, white radio stations, Hispanic radio stations. Because every time we come out with a song, it's played on just about every type of radio station that you could imagine. So that's the first thing. Please, white rappers, please come up with a hit. And listen, let me say this too. Please try to write it on your own. Because you'll have a niche of doing that too. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a white rapper like Iggy Azalea, not Iggy Azalea, I think that's her name, Iggy Azalea, whatever, not the black girl, the white girl that came out years ago that was from Australia, but she had a southern accent. That song was not written by Iggy Azalea. It was written by a black guy. So first, come out with a hit, straight up, 1. 2, come out with a hit that you wrote on your own. The hook and everything, lyrics and all of that. So this is the point that I'm making. Lyrically, Eminem is a giant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be a racist and be biased, like, oh, well, just because he white. No. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not gonna bash anybody for the color of their skin or lack of, to be real with you. I'm not gonna do that. But what I will say is, at the end of the day, he's a lyrical giant. Busta Rhymes is as well as other things. Busta Rhymes has hits. Busta Rhymes has a legacy. Busta Rhymes has been out since the late 80s. Eminem came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. So what are you saying? And give me a song that I can dance to that Eminem put out. I can name a shitload of songs that I could dance to, you know what I'm saying, with Busta. But that's the point. We allow them. That's another thing too. So that's the Eminem shit. That's the great white hope. And then that whole John Paul shit that I hate. Why you black people, you black boxers that been retired, are coming out of retirement to get your ass kicked by a kid that's half your age? And it tarnishes your legacy. I don't care, Floyd Mayweather, if you didn't win. You didn't win. You should have knocked his ass the fuck out. Jake Paul, John Paul, whatever his name is. Him and his brother. Why is it that they continue to fight black, washed up boxers? I don't get it. And you all do it. You all run with it. I could have cried. Tears almost went down my eyes when I saw Evander Holyfield getting out the fuck out. And I don't know if the guy is white. I think he's somewhat mixed to some shit. All I know is Evander Holyfield should have been in the fucking ring. All I know is if Evander Holyfield was at his prime, he would have been washed that motherfucker out. But this is the point that I'm making. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. I don't even want to claim being. I'm glad I'm half West Indian. I'm glad my from my father's side that my family's from the West Indies, because that's what I'm claiming, Nevis. I'm getting the flag and all. That's my word. And I dare one of y'all motherfuckers to tell me I ain't from the West Indies. Straight up. I'm going to claim something that I can have pride in. Because being black African American is whack. It's garbage. And y'all wonder why these Africans, these Jamaicans, these West Indies, these Haitians, and everybody that's from other countries always say that they're not black. Because being black has negative connotations. Come on. Let's get deep on this shit. We haven't even named ourselves. The white man call us black. The white man call us African American. What are we? What are we? Who are we? That's weak. That's weak for someone to define who and what you are. True indeed. Not gonna lie, there's no such thing as a West Indian. You're right. So if you want to get deep and say, you know what, Langston, you talk about this and that and so forth, but West Indian, the white man named it West Indian too, because ain't no such thing as West Indian. You're right about that. You're right. But guess what? Behind the title, there's a culture. There's a culture that the white man is not responsible for. And that the West Indies refuse, and the Jamaicans and the Haitians refuse to give up. Black people have given up their culture. That's the point that I'm making to you. Willfully giving up their culture. And I'm not saying it's just some black Americans. I'm saying that it's quite a few black people around the world that has done that. I see right now dealing with Afrobeat and Amapiano. You understand? They got their own shit going on. Africa got their own swag going on, right? They've taken house music, something that we created, black people have created, and they revamped that shit. They said, well, shit, black people, y'all not using it, we'll go ahead and use it. And now you have Amapiano and Afrobeat and the beat, the dances to go along with it. Africa don't need black America. They don't. They got their own shit. But you know what they're doing? The same dumb shit that we do. Let's go show the white people. And then the white people duplicate it, and they make millions off of it. Yo, let me explain something to you, man. I'm going to say this is very controversial, and I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, black people created hip-hop. Black people created hip-hop. Black people created hip-hop. Black people created hip-hop. You can sit back and say the Puerto Ricans was there and this and that and so forth and all the rest of that. And I know the history of Puerto Ricans, the Taínos. You understand? They are linked with us. But if they don't want to accept being black, because there's a difference between Puerto Ricans that will admit their black heritage, and there are other ones that are called white Puerto Ricans. You know that, you know it. And then you have Dominicans the same way, talking about they not black, and they blacker than me. But at the end of the day, black people created that shit, hip hop that is, because before it existed in the Bronx, you could hear Gil Scott-Heron rapping. You can hear people in the 60s, 50s, and James Brown was rapping. 50s and 60s were rapping. So stop it. Stop it with that damn snaps. It might have been created. It might have. I'll say in the Bronx, it was organized. It was founded in the Bronx. But hip hop been existed ever since black people have existed. It's just a shame, man. We come out with our own music, and you know what they call it? American music. No, motherfucker, it's African music. Period. But it's just it's a shame what's going on in our race, in our culture. Because let me explain something to you. If we were to sit here and try to define what is an Italian or a Cuban or a European, they wouldn't allow that shit to happen. They wouldn't allow it. Because they take great pride in their culture, their race. We don't. We don't give a fuck. We'll sell ourselves out. Our black women, our black men will do any and everything for the love of fucking money. Which makes no sense. Which makes no sense to me. Here you got this fucking idiot called Polite, and I'm gonna say it. Supposed to be a teacher, supposed to be helping people. Ain't helping nobody do shit. He touching kids, that's what he doing. And y'all allow him. Did you see how sick that shit is? Y'all allow him to continue to do what he doing. And you know who's gonna bring justice? A white man. A white man's gonna lock his black ass up. It ain't gonna be no black person. Leave it up to black people. We'll be just like we'll do just like we were doing with R. Kelly back in the days, buying his album. I remember when I'm telling you that year he got that child shit got on him, right? That year he came out with a double CD. It was Chocolate Factory and it was another one. Chocolate Factory, that shit went like triple platinum or some shit. I know because I was selling the bootleg shit. Yo, let me tell you something. I ain't even lying. I'm not lying. I'm part of the problem too. Well, I'll say at least I was. Because I was selling that bootleg shit. Matter of fact, I ain't going to even incriminate myself. But at the end of the day, you know, I was selling things that I wasn't supposed to be selling. That had I been in possession of that shit, if y'all see where I'm coming from or whatever, you know. But the child tapes and all that shit, motherfuckers selling that shit, bootleg versions of it. Our music is fucked up. The rap music is about drugs, shooting people. Must I go on? Here I am drinking water. Somebody probably think I'm a corny ass motherfucker for drinking water. I sat here, you know, I've been trying to drill this shit in y'all motherfuckers' heads for fucking years about eating healthy and exercising, working out, all that shit. Ain't nobody hearing me. I said, fuck it. I created a new channel. And try to do the same thing on the new channel and got the same damn reaction that I got from the old channel when I was preaching that motherfucking, that's at least what y'all would say, preaching that shit. That's why I say, man, fuck it. Fuck it, yo. Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to defend him whatsoever, but I kind of understand where Lil Nas X was coming from when he said fuck them kids. Straight up, I do. Like, I would say the same thing. You know, you expect a whole bunch of shit from me, but you ain't willing to give it. You ain't willing to spew out or spit out positivity. You want me to be this positive person, this holy art thou person. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to drink. You don't want me to smoke. You don't want me to misuse and abuse my women. You want me to walk this straight line. Like in Lil Nas X's, you know what I'm saying, shit. like literally y'all want him to walk this straight line. You know what I'm saying? But look at what look at what black people do. While we walking upright, you know what I'm saying, and being the most perfect person that you can imagine, reading books, looking at the news, that's what y'all motherfuckers want me to do every fucking day. Read books and look at the news and all the rest of that shit. And I can't say no shit out of the way like, yo, man, I feel like going to Magic City tonight. I might drive down there. Ain't number 4 hours away. I'm supposed to be for the people and by the people. While we doing all that shit, while Martin Luther King got shot in the head for black people, while Malcolm X got shot in front of his children, women that is, little girls, and his woman, his wife, they lit his ass up. Everybody dying in the name or for the sake of black people, while black people going around doing the same bullshit that they did yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Fuck out of here. Who are black people? What are we? That's why I say I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. And that's real. I'm not gonna stress myself over no fucking black people, because black people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. And it's negativity. If it's negativity, they're gonna continue doing it. And you know what? It's these pious ass motherfuckers, these weak ass motherfuckers, these weak ass motherfuckers that will sit here and try to justify their fuckery. And then you got some other niggas over here on the other side that say that's pointing at them and say, look at them niggas, look at them niggas, look at them niggas, look at them niggas, and not pointing a finger at why they are the way that they are. You understand? Like as if they have, you know, food, fresh produce in their projects, as if they got an astounding motherfucking education, as if it's no rats and roaches and shit. It's like we fighting amongst one another and don't even realize that the enemy is not us. Some people even realize it, but they still continue going with the narrative. I'm done, man. I just want to know. Let me know in the comment section. Who are black people? What are we? Other than that, about to get out of here. And You wonder why black people move out of the hood and they move into these white areas and they get new friends and you don't never hear about them anymore because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed. I get online and see black women popping their pussy and twerking, popping their ass and shit. It's crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time and place for that shit, but it ain't a time and a place for it all the time. Damn. You know what I'm saying? I look at Love and Hip Hop, and whether it's in New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Atlanta, it's just different bitches doing the same dumb shit. They throwing water at each other, pulling each other weaves off and shit. Like, man, y'all some corny. I'm done, man. This shit is corny, yo. For real, this is my word. If y'all want to call me a cornball, you can say all you want to, motherfucker. At the end of the day, y'all motherfuckers corny to me. Straight up. Some cornball shit. Y'all some fake bitch-ass motherfucking niggas, man. Y'all some imposters. That's what the fuck y'all are. You understand? Y'all some genetically modified niggas. And I can't wait until y'all just drop off the surface of the fucking planet. Because black people were never like this. Never like this. And I don't give a fuck whose fault it is. You understand? Somebody spill the motherfucking milk. I don't care whose fault it is. Clean it the fuck up. We want to sit here and say the white man, the black man, and this, the that, the that. Nigga, if you understand where I'm coming from, if you ain't the fucking derelict, if you ain't a fucking dumbass motherfucker, if you understand the metaphor, I don't give a fuck who spilled the goddamn milk. Let's clean it the fuck up. Let's get a fucking mop and some fucking pine sol, pour it in a bucket with some fucking water, hot water that is, and mop that bitch up. So we can start with a clean floor, a clean slate for our children's 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 children.